Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. This is your outlook for October 9th, 2014, and we're going to have another mostly sunny day today with breezy conditions remaining in place. Might not be quite as breezy as it was yesterday, but still might have some gusts to about 25 miles an hour in spots, and generally the winds will be out of the west at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Especially as you get into the afternoon hours. So it's going to be almost a carbon copy of yesterday. The only difference is we're going to have an increase of clouds from west to east, and you might have to start seeing the clouds already later in the day as you get out towards central PA here, over by State College down to Perry and Cumberland counties, and maybe over to Harrisburg, and those areas might have some increasing clouds late in the day. I think the rest of us stay mostly sunny the entire day here, and we're going to have temperatures that are going to be right around near normal for this time of year. Maybe slightly above, but very slightly above. It's going to definitely feel a little bit cooler than yesterday by a few degrees. And then we're going to have a system from the west here that's going to be trying to make its way stay in here. There's going to be a frontal boundary that moves through here, and then there's going to be an area of low pressure that's going to traverse this boundary. The boundary is actually sitting up here like this, and here's your low pressure. This is going to move along this boundary off to the northeast here. So with that boundary in place and the low pressure moving along it, we're going to have some rainfall that's going to move in here. Now there's a difference of timing as far as when exactly the rain comes in. So looking here at the GFS has us getting in here already by Friday evening, somewhere between let's say after 8 o'clock, and there's some models that are indicating it would be after midnight or after 2 a.m. like the European model, which is a little bit slower. Of course, that's not pictured, but the NAM is also doing this and is bringing it a little bit earlier here. Here's that frontal boundary. Along that frontal boundary, your area of pressure is sitting back here and is going to move off to the northeast here toward the Delaware Valley. But you can see the rain's already moving in here by mid to late evening. So it's going to be a timing issue, a toss-up between, if you have plans Friday evening here, it's going to be one of those things you have to check back with us, and as we get narrowed down with timing a little bit better here. But it's definitely going to move through, and when it does, you're going to get some precipitation enhancement here with the low pressure, and that's going to move through here overnight and last into at least Saturday morning. There's also disagreement of what time this ends here, how far this front is to us at this point. This is the NAM that's lingering the precipitation a little bit longer, but both the European model and the GFS are trying to kick this out a little faster. Again, let's get a little bit of model disagreement. This is not unusual to have model disagreement. They do this all the time. Here's that area of low pressure here at 2 a.m. on Saturday. Here it's now just south of our coverage area here, sitting across northern Virginia at this point. And then our next frame here is Saturday morning, 8 a.m. And this is as this system's pulling away, still getting plenty of precipitation here. With this, could get about a half inch of rain out of this, so much needed rainfall for some areas here. And then this is what the GFS shows for Saturday afternoon. Of course, the NAM at this time still has this on Saturday afternoon. So again, a model disagreement will narrow it down as we get a little bit closer, and hopefully we get a better consensus for anybody having things to do on both Friday night or on your day on Saturday. Of course, we have Oktoberfest this weekend at Arts Quest in Bethlehem, so this is definitely something we want to stay on top of. For those folks down there. We then think high pressure is going to be in control over weather on Sunday. So Sunday's going to dry out. The GFS is a little more aggressive with this high pressure here, just keeping it mostly sunny. So we kind of split the difference between like the Euro and the GFS with that. Just went partly cloudy for your day on Sunday, but it looks like no rain and a pretty nice day. But then we're going to have another side. The frontal boundary that was to our south is actually going to move back northward as this high pressure moves offshore, bring us a few showers, it looks like, on our day on Monday. And again, timing differences with this next frontal boundary that's going to come through here will be either Tuesday or maybe Tuesday night or Tuesday evening or Tuesday night, or might even be on Wednesday like the European model has here. But definitely a cold front coming through. And some more rainfall will be coming through the area here in association with a cold front that is tied to this low pressure system that's moving into upstate New York at this point. So we're now getting into into the middle of next week here. So with that kind of time frame, we're looking at some volatility, and definitely some things can change as we get a little bit closer. Like we're still trying to narrow down Friday night, Saturday time frame with the timing of that precipitation. Once we do that, we can work on this system next week. So just one thing at a time, but just know we will be having have another chance of rain again as we get into the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame of next week. One thing we will have in the meantime before this front moves through is a few days, probably about 3 days or so, with about temperatures above normal. Temperatures will get back into the near 70 or in the lower 70s in some cases as we get into later in the period, and that's going to be before this front comes through here, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for October 9th, 2014. Have a great Thursday.